Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently attempting to get our hands on some prestige. This is definitely something that needs to happen. Now we can hold court, that is a possibility. We can also ransom off some prisoners, which is probably something that we want to do right now. And the reason that we want to do that is to make some gold to be able to hold a feast. So that will be absolutely fine. We'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll also go ahead and hold court. So that'll cost us 50 prestige, but we'll be able to get that back from the feast. We'll gesture for the first in line to approach. It's 3 petitioners, as usual. The peasant in front of me seems about to explode with excitement. My lord, the miracles, the holiness, we have been blessed. Her enthusiastic ramblings are confusing, but I finally get the gist of it. She wants me to sponsor the cult of a local saint who has recently died in Vapnafjordur. Vagan was a miracle maker in life, known for changing the wine he drank into water and preaching to the birds. His tomb is attracting devoted visitors from all over the realm. So we could spend 250 piety, and we would gain 50 control in Northerland. Where is Northerland? Is that even something that we hold? Because if it's not, then we don't actually care. No, I don't think it is. Okay. We could gain 25 dread and gain 250 piety and lose control there. And that's what we're going to do. We don't actually care. Perfect. Before the court is underway, my chancellor pulls me aside. To my surprise, he's brandishing a garish gauntlet. My lord, there will be so many attending your court. I know you're somewhat challenged in remembering every face and from whence it hails. I propose a solution. We require all at the court to wear dress, which includes local style recognizable to all. He foists a shawl at me. For those without clear regional fashions, I've taken the liberty of hiring a tailor who can suggest some new traditional garb for them to wear. So, we could gain 6 court grandeur and diplomacy lifestyle experience. Striking traditional garb, 53%, or striking traditional garb for 10 years. Okay. Or 10 court grandeur. We would lose 110 gold. And we would gain some sort of artifact. Honestly, 63% chance. We'll try the diplomacy challenge. Cool. And we didn't falter. So, in theory, well, we're not actually going to get anything here, are we? Because this was the diplomacy. Well, actually, diplomacy. So yeah, this is perfect. So that's fine. And finally, what do we got? Jarl Frani storms to the front of my throne room. My liege, many think that Kraka should become your successor over Sverker. It's known across the kingdom of Norker that your heir Sverker so offends as to make offense a skill. That is, of course, this gentleman. He is a content villain, and a thrifty clerk. He's not perfect, he's sadistic, sure, but he's also generous, so I'm sure that makes up for it. The bloody villain lingers outside of taverns and taunts drunken peasants into fights. Several have died in these brawls where he kills for sport. He sighs. But I'm sure he'll deny having done this. A wolfish grin spreads across Sverker's face. Oh, I absolutely did. So we could gain 45 dread. And he becomes a murderer. Alternatively, we would have this guy, or actually this daughter, be our heir. So she becomes our designated heir. She's only 11. We could pop her over to a stewardship education. Have somebody in the court educate her. That would be, well, us. We would probably educate her. Okay. And she is generous, ambitious, and curious. Those are better traits. What are the odds that she gets a better education trait than thrifty clerk? Probably pretty good. And this would be a free disinheritance. Interesting that that can happen. So she's now our player heir. And the question is, how many people are actually supporting her? So we also have the Swedish election. There we go. So how many people are actually supporting her? Does it matter? There was an event in here as well. Oh yeah, we just need to end the court. There we go. Perfect. So someone wants to go to Western Europe. Our sister and guest. It would cost 81 gold to sponsor that. For now, we're going to hold off. But once this cash comes in, that'll be perfect. Okay. So these ransoms are being accepted, of course. And now we have gold. So we're going to go ahead and sponsor this. There we go. She wants 81 gold to go to Western Europe. Have fun. Okay. Now, of course, we're going to host a modest feast. And that will get us some prestige back. Welcome, friends. And let's see what we get prestige-wise. We also want to be... pays 25 gold to us. The durability would be decreased by 3. Okay, so paying to repair those things, if we go to... Let's see, this is just our inventory here. We can repair things from our inventory. Can we repair things in our court? Yes. This is very profitable for us, actually. So we could gain 25 gold. I don't think it really matters which one we go for here. We'll probably go for the High Chiefess opinion. There we go. And then repairing this, yeah, that would cost 13 gold. So that's profitable. Fascinating. So we can just straight up repair it. But I'm not going to right now. I think it's probably more efficient to repair it once it gets lower. I'm not 100% on that. We'd have to experiment with that, but that's definitely something that I'm thinking right now. Now, we gain 150 extra prestige there. That's really, really good. We would also, of course, like to move our way up to High Tribal Authority. That will be very expensive. So we can choose any of these types of artifacts. I honestly don't care what we get. I trust your instincts. Bring us something great. Okay, we'll come closer to forming a friendship with our wife. That's always a good thing. Until next time, 112 prestige there. Okay. So, we're currently short 500 prestige to attack Denmark, right? That's not what I was looking for. This guy here, declare war, invade kingdom. So yeah, we're currently short on that. We're truced with them as well. We're going to wait on that for sure. And we would drop down to illustrious if we did this without the right amount of prestige. So we've got a little bit of time to bank up that prestige. We can make this person into a shield maiden. That'll cost 350 prestige. If we made our sister into a shield maiden. Interesting. And so then would she effectively be a knight? I would assume so. I would be interested in doing this if it didn't cost 350 prestige. We would spend prestige there. Enough. I'll make an example out of this one. Okay. So we no longer have a court physician, and we are going to need one. We'll imprison this Jarl, and we're just going to ransom him back for the gold. And then we're going to hop over into our courtiers here, into our court positions, because we need a new court physician. Nobody's particularly good at it, but we'll put this guy in. What could possibly go wrong? We can actually put in a court tutor as well. Master of the horse. We don't have anybody that can be a court poet or a bodyguard. This guy can be our personal champion, though. And our sister can actually be our court artificer. Excellent. Nobody can be an executioner or another artificer. So that's all of the positions that we can fill for the moment. But that's just fine. Now, we don't really want to be at peace right now, but we don't have much option because of our requirements for prestige. We need to work up our prestige, and we could do some raiding to that end. Actually, this loot over this way, some of it has recovered. Really only this loot. I mean, we could go after it. We don't need 16,000 raiders. This is plenty. And we're just going to go in. We'll raid this single location. We lost our court musician. That's unfortunate. And he's no longer our personal champion either. So we're going to need to potentially re-up those. I wish there was a indicator that we have an empty position that can be filled. So there's a court musician, and we would need another personal champion. So it would be refill here. Perfect. Okay, so that'll do. And of course, we're going to finish up this raid. Only this single location getting raided right now. I want to check up here. Only 3? Sure. Not really worth raiding anywhere else up that way. So we'll disband that army for the time being. Now we could think about raiding out over this way, perhaps. All of this is looted. Okay. There's really not that much to do. Cool. So we are thinking about getting additional constructions over here, right? We do need a level 2 longhouse. This would cost 300 prestige. Do we want to do this now? We'll invest 60 gold. That's fine. You know what? I think I am going to do this just because that extra prestige gain is going to be so valuable later on. So valuable. This upgrade over here is complete. So these are done for the time being. 18 stress or 12 stress. Well, we don't need to lose either, so it doesn't matter. We don't need to pick either of those. Now keep in mind we can convert some of this gold into prestige by creating titles. This is a duchy level title over here. So that's something that we can do. And that's only 125 gold. So let's go ahead and do that. That will get us back the gold that we just spent over here. So that's perfect. We are, of course, going to need to grant that out. So we'll grant that to this fellow here. That would be the... show only the recent titles. Northern Isles. There we go. Cool. So we'll grant that over. So we're going to need additional gold, and we're going to need additional prestige. The gold is for the prestige. That's really the only reason we're interested in gold right now. But we really, really do want to go to war with Denmark. Like, very badly. The war for Freydis's claim on the Kingdom of Denmark. I feel like they're not going to win that. But we'll see. We don't have any stress to lose, so that's completely fine. All we need is prestige. And we only need a little bit of it. So that's perfectly good. There's a bunch of duchies we can create. We absolutely want to declare on Denmark. Now, when we do, are we going to be capable of making Scandinavia? We need 26 more counties to do that. Is this 26? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's going to be like half of that. Because if we look at this, yeah. So we're going to need more than this. We did just get 110 gold, so that actually allows us to create the Duchy of Iceland, which we'll go ahead and do. That puts us at 1988 gold there. And then that's going to go to this gentleman here, the Jarldom of Iceland. Beautiful. Now, the reason we're making that is purely for the prestige at this point. We're not yet a living legend. We'll probably get there soon. Intrigue challenge. Oh, this is our sister having this event. There are bandits on the road. She's in quite a predicament. And we could just pay 55 gold to make it go away. Sure. That'll do just fine. 2 more month ticks, and we'll have enough to declare on Denmark. Now, we're going to need to make sure that this war doesn't go anywhere. Or that Denmark wins it. It sure looks like they're about to win that war. So that's good. We are at 2,000 prestige right now. But we maybe let them finish this siege before we declare. Yeah, I suspect so. She's in this capital, apparently. So let's see what happens after this siege finishes up. What do we got? Now, they just took the capital over here. But they also took that. Okay, let's go ahead and we're still truced. When is that truce up? I thought it would be up by now. Let's see here. 19 more months. Okay, never mind. In that case, we can go after, like, this guy. So we would go after, like, a duchy conquer. Yes. Now, does he actually have any other duchy title? He does not. I wonder if we would get this. He'll retain the high chiefdom after the war as he has other holdings. Okay, so no, he's going to keep this, but we can always do a de jure claim on that later. We don't have de jure CBs right now, but we'll have them soon enough. And we'll have the extra 375 prestige within 19 months. So that's not actually a problem. We can attack up here. So let's go ahead and do so. And we are going to raise up troops right here. Are we going to raise all of our troops? Probably not. How many overall does he have? He has 4,000. So this is enough. Well, an enemy ally just joined. He now has 7,000. So we should raise more. Another enemy joined. 8,000. So we'll go to, like, this is plenty. Okay, so we're going to come up over this way. We're going to see if we can catch this little force over here. This would be amazing if we could. Okay. Do we catch that? No, we do not. However, we can come up here, and that's absolutely something that we're going to do. This is pretty free here. In fact, do we not catch anything here? That feels strange if we don't. Surely we catch something. No, we don't. We catch nothing there. Oof. Okay, so they're definitely faster than we are. We're going to go ahead and drop in these 2 units of levies, and these guys, we're going to look to maybe catch these guys. If we actually catch that, then this is good. We'll see. There's a royal court event happening here. Our court tutor is having a flock of students surrounding her, asking about parallelograms and making love and blowing flutes louder or much louder. She is not okay with continuing to be the royal tutor. Okay. We can buy the one child a trumpet that will be even louder than the flute. I don't really want to spend 200 prestige. Aren't they, darling? She'll be fine. I'm sure she's fine. Okay, so we're going to catch these guys over here, and we want to make sure we have a siege leader here, so we'll put this guy in. Excellent. So this force is caught. And we'll have no problem defeating them. Do we stack wipe them? I think that's... maybe. Maybe we do. No, we do not. But that did put us at 9% war score, so that's great. Now, if we were to move up here, we'd take 658 casualties. I don't really want to do that. We have a lot of supply issues over here with this force. No doubt about it. But we really do need to finish this siege before we move on. We can split this force over here and make our supply issues less bad. They're still pretty bad. Also, our daughter just became calm. which is pretty good. We don't mind that. We have a new diplomacy perk available. We'll take True Ruler, and we'll see if that allows us to vassalize anybody. No, not currently. That's fine. We can imprison our antiquarian here. I'm not actually interested in doing that right now. We could head out over this way. Potentially catch these guys, although it's pretty unlikely. We'll see what happens here. Interesting. They're just chilling here, giving us time to move in. And now they're moving up this way. Do we catch them? No, is the answer. Okay. So we're just going to chill here for the moment and wait for this fort to finish up. Once this finishes, then we can move up this way without attrition. And that'll be absolutely fine. So we're going to do exactly that. Perfect. Someone else just joined the war. This doesn't matter. We don't care. So these guys are going to move on in, and we're going to try to move up this way and catch this force. We are going to take attrition up there. That's to be sure. 330 casualties. That's not that bad. And we're going to catch a force there. We also didn't win any prestige from fighting these guys. I don't think technically we fought them. I think technically these guys did or something, but sure. Our reinforcements are going to head on up, and that's fine. Cool. So no problem here. That's their primary force going away. Well, it's not going to be stack wiped from that battle, but it's going to be a pretty sizable increase to our war score. Then we can come over this way where we can actually walk without attrition. Now there is a Novgorodian force coming down this way, and we'll need to keep that in mind. That is a bit of a concern. Although they're splitting up. That's very interesting that they're splitting up here. I'm not sure why they would do this. Well, we're going to come down over this way, see if we can fight some of them. They're going to siege here. I'm completely okay with this happening. Now, we are taking heavy attrition due to massive supply limit issues up here. It's to be expected. 4 months left here. And yeah, we're going to fight these guys. These then turn and start walking this way. We did just finish a convert county task, so we probably want to continue working on that. Okay. They're coming up this way, which makes me think, I thought they were going to go after this force. That's what they should have done. But instead, it would appear that they are just kind of sitting there. Now they're coming this way, but I believe they're too late to stop this siege. Yes, they are indeed. So this siege is over. And now we head up. Cool. We're at 74% war score here. And this is going to be a pretty decent land grab for us. I mean, it's going to be, what, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 counties? Maybe 5? 5 counties. Not too bad. So I have to assume that these guys are going to try to go after this force, right? We lost our court jester. Okay. I really don't care about the meat there. That's completely fine. Longhouse is finishing up, puts us positive in prestige. Now we're actually going to catch this force here. These guys are moving in with a smaller force. They're going to win this if we don't get there in time. We're nearby. And we're going to make our way up. Now, we just inherited Iceland. Oh, okay. They have a number of units up here. Oh, we inherited this war. Well, that's a little awkward. We'll head up there in a bit, I guess. We also just discovered onagers, which is extraordinarily helpful. We're full on men-at-arms right now. we'll probably come back to that later. Okay, we're at 40 right now. Okay, we do actually have to leave a force here. And then these guys are going to come over. We're going to look to stack wipe this force, although I don't think we're quite going to stack wipe it. This is a bit of a problem over here for sure. We can't really get there at this moment. We can sponsor an inspired person. They want to forge regalia. Sure, 50 gold? Do it. Cool. Okay. So we lost a battle up over here, I guess? Sure. So we'll deal with these guys. Oh, and we need to make sure that we have a siege commander here. There we go. Now we don't have any siege weapons, so it's... Oh, we captured him. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. So we're going to enforce those demands. That puts us at 12 out of 17. It's certainly not ideal. We're going to need to hand these out. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Nobles of Norse culture. All of these will, of course, become Norse. Okay, so this one will get handed out as well. Cool. Then these guys are going to group up. And we're going to send them up to go deal with this war. It's a bit of a problem, this war, but we should be able to get there in time. So we're going to head on over. And we're going to land right over here. We'll arrive there in 5 months. Sounds good. So we'll do that. It is also time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.